right. Okay, let's do this. Oh yeah. How is your day going today? Let's see. I'm going to go over here. Let's go. Beautiful. Here we go. Not too loud, hopefully. Let me just shoot off this email. Boom. All right. Let's see. All right. Let me just get to the live stream over here. Let me pin it on. Here we go. Actually, let me just do one. Let me do one. Got it. No worries. Let's do this. Just a little hashtag. Crypto news. How about that? Boom. Great day, Willie. Hope you're having a good one. All right. Let's pin this right here. What do you think? You like my background? All of the crypto. It looks like crypto chips. It looks like a casino, huh? All right, let's change out that view. Boom and boom. There we go. All right. For some reason, that chat is not showing up over here. Not a big deal. All right, messy looking chart over here. I've got it on a, let's bring it on over to the SPY. And they have not moved their levels yet. But when we look on this big picture, right? Actually, let's put on a weekly chart, right? Let's go back even further. So when we put on a weekly chart, we can see that this upward trend, which was a support, right? This was really a support somewhat set up from 2020, and then it breached it, tested it right here, failed August of 22, test again. But I kind of feel like I need to, oops, undo that. Undo. Let's see. Undo. Where's the, hold on. I gotcha. I want this one, not the blue one. Although the blue one has been, all right. Blue one was the resistance, support. I want to find, where is this one? How far back does this one go? 639, 290. Cancel. And 291. So that is just right up here. I feel more like doing it like this. And that's not, well, it's a bit of a resistance back here. Let's see if we can make this better. Right there. How about we put it down here? Weekly top. Boom. And weekly top here. There we go. All right. So now let's save that. Just a quick save. So now on our weekly, we're seeing, hey, we just topped out, right? From that trend line back there. We have a nice rounded top there with that sell-off of a resistance line. If we put it from right here, okay, 660.01 is the potential price level to watch for this top zone right here. If we go above 660, hey, I'm a bull going into next week. If we are below, I'm a bear. All right, let's make this. Today, is a 44.8 kind of day. That is pretty awesome. Let me stretch this out over here. I did a TV spot. Remember, on Monday, I will be on Stock Traders Network. I need to get a link out for that. Let me see if I have a, you know what? I'm going to message my buddy Joel. All right. website I can promote for Monday for people to jump on board. Thank you. All right, let me shoot that over to Joel. Great, cool. All right, so let's get into this. We are still seeing that the big money levels for UVXY are above. I was looking at crypto this week because everything is below. All the big money has sold on crypto at this point in time. So I'm going to say that we are in a crypto correction. We are in a crypto correction at the moment that all of the big money is above us. So in my opinion, if I had a large amount in crypto, I might set up some stops to be able to liquidate, but that's just me, right? I'm looking at the market, I'm seeing what's going on. I started taking some profits over here on larger positions, except for gold and silver. So that is what I did. I can't tell you what to do. This is just my personal opinion. I'm starting to see signs that we are going to have a bigger move down. And let's see. Oh, I had a problem with my printer. U.S. budget, October 2025. They're talking about having these major, the government could shut down in less than a week, right? Here's what you need to know. Monday, September 29th. So is this going to be something that's going to be dramatic in the market? I'm starting to see that they are positioning for sells in the market, right? So when we see this, I can't ignore it. I can't ignore a red flag. I have to play risk management wise, right? We also see, hey, free speech in America. What's going on? Well, The Economist is saying it's all run by Trump. Trump in front of the camera, Trump behind the camera, and Trump capturing the words. So this is a triad of Trump, right? We've got two red ties. Are those two red flags? Is that interesting? Maybe a lot of times we see that it is 2 weeks in advance. So we had the AI bet. We had a lot of AI action this week. So let's see what's going to happen. Free speech in America. Does that mean that Comcast and all of the networks are going to go down? Sort of like a little peak and a little valley right there. You guys could say I'm reading too much into it, but maybe not. The lethal flaw in LLMs, how to spot a genius. North Korea is more dangerous than ever, and is Britain going bust? Why do they keep talking about countries going under? Germany going under. The ECB, the European Central Bank, is now, digital currency. Hasn't worked since 2022. Why is it going to start to work now? What makes you say it's going to work in this moment? Can anybody tell me why it's all of a sudden going to work? Is it because it's their last ditch attempt? Is that why it's going to work? All right, today for announcements, we have the core price index coming up. They're expecting it to be lower. What happens if it's higher? Shall we see? And let's check our fear and greed for today. 51. Okay, we had a bigger move yesterday. I think it's going to be a little slower today. And 32. We got some fear going on, but maybe it's going to be a little stalled in the market. All right. If you are new to my live stream, welcome, first of all. If you are a return viewer, welcome back. All right, let's check out what we have going on for UVXY. UVXY, big money point of control, 1090 and 1079. All right, we got double quarters below. We're trading at 1092. VXX. I need to just put SPXS here. Do I have it down here? Yes, I do. Let's put that there. SQQ, SRTY. There we go. Quick review. All right. Oh, looky here. Where is this from? Where's this big money level from? This is from We Are Below on VXX. No way. March 31st. All right, April 1st. April 1st, 33.86, and we're trading at 34.06. Fear is in the house. Hey, why is that green? Let's go here. Hold on. Format cells. Format cells. Cancel. Hold on. Let's go here. Conditional formatting. Manage rules. VXX. Okay, if it is greater than this one, if it is less than, delete rule, apply. Okay, there we go. Fixed. All right, we're getting red signs on the, oh, it's so exciting. Are you ready? Are you ready for a pullback? I mean, I'm starting to see it right here, 10:15, and we are at 10:48. They're topping. The phony PCE data. Thank you, Terry. And let's refresh. Ooh la la. All right, 0.2 right in line. No difference. Of course there's no difference. All right, so there is the 29th. Remember I said I think something's going to happen on the 29th because they have this split going? Yeah, I think they're going to really skyrocket it, but we shall see. Okay, 436 and 389. We are not below yet on SPXS, but fear is in the house. We got the fear playing. So what does that do, right? When the fear index is larger, then that's going to increase the option costs as well. Did you know that? You will see that the fear indicator, when it rises, increases the volatility, which increases option costs, which means those that are selling options could capitalize on it more in capturing premium if it moves to the upside. So if you are an option seller, be careful, right? Because it could really throw you for a loop. All right, so we've got all that done. Let's check out our biggies. NVIDIA. NVIDIA's up today. $23.3 billion. Daily point of control. We have how many quarters here? 1, 2, 3, 4 at 177.92 to 177.62. So we're going to put it 177.62. We need it to go below the lowest. We are above right now, so that's a lot of quarters hanging out right here. Why do they have so many, right? This is one down at 135. Are they going to drop it all the way down? How crazy of a move are we going to see on this market? I also am somewhat seeing this right here, right? So we're in a bit of an apex over there. If we were to adjust this like this, a bit of an ascending triangle. Let's save that. So, and we seem to have broken out a bit here. Let's put that on a 45-minute chart, and I'll do it on the tops there. That looks better. Yeah, 45 minutes. Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Boom, boom. All right, so we are just testing it right there. A bit of a breakout today. Is this going to hold, break the 180 level? Let's set an alert over there for breaking. Or is this going to hold true as a sell-off consolidation? We can see for sure that they are, very nice. That's great. All right. Let's make this a no fill right there. All right, so that's what we have going on right now for NVIDIA. Let's check out Tessie. Where's our big money for Tessie? Ooh la la. I like putting some fibbies on there as well during the day. 334.08, we are up as the broader market is up today. 2.8 billion. We still haven't reached that somewhat 370 mark on the market. Let's see what we've got going on over here. DGNX. Hold on. Let me get this scanner set up. Intel. The dead horse that everybody, that they're pumping. Why are they pumping Intel so much? Who owns Intel? I gotta do some Intel. Intel. Who is behind Intel? Anybody know? Why are they squeezing this so high? It's because everybody, they're saying, oh, everybody, guess what? Intel. You gotta buy Intel. Apple's in it. NVIDIA's in it. To me, that says this company's going to the graveyard and they're trying to bail it out. Why are you getting into a company that's saying, hey, we're almost bankrupt? Hey, we're gonna go bankrupt. Come buy us. We're gonna put it out that the biggest companies are going to fund us because we're going under. Do you want in? It's like the Bitcoin scam. I don't know. To me, Intel. Hold on one second. That Intel, I thought one of my daughters went out the front door. All good. He's like, where are you going? Are you trying to escape? Rocket Lab. Let's check out Rocket Lab. It's just above. How about CRNX? What's CRNX? Is this super low floaty? This is crazy move. Hitting. Ooh, I like it. Look, we are in, let's go to a daily chart. We're probably in gap fill zone. Okay, we are at 41, so we're up here. Yeah, look, we got to take out this wick over here, this wick at 41.45. I like CRNX today. For short squeezy, oh my goodness, I'm 513. Intel rose 3.2% in the pre-market session after the chipmaker closed up 8.9 on Thursday following a report that Bloomberg said that Intel had approached Apple. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm 513. Why is everybody jumping at a company? Also, look at this beautiful rounded bottom. Sorry, the chart made me excited. Why is everybody excited? Oh my goodness, this company is soliciting money from other companies, i.e. it's going under. This company is going under. And everybody is saying, hey, I want a piece of that bankrupt company. All right, Willie, buy some Tessie. All right, let's go to the daily point of control over here. I was going to say, let's go to Deepak. Deepak, I'm going to call that. Would you guys understand it if I say Deepak? Daily point of control. The Deepak. The VPOC. The VPOC on the D. I had to get the foam from my cappuccino. Delicious. Uh-oh, Willie. All right, I'm going to put open over here. Do you see that big money level has flipped? Now, this is from this day right here, right? But that big money, they're at 905. I'm putting it over here. 559. See, breakout zone. It's going to have to take out 968. Deepak. for the VPAC is 445. I'm having fun. Can you guys tell? Are you having fun today? Let's have fun. All right, Ion Q. So big money is down here from earnings for fun. Let's see from the breakout zone. Where is it? Calculate it away. Ooh, 70.28. So Ion Q might be slowing down. Might be. Based off of from the breakout, the biggest volume point of control is up there. All right, let's go to Oklo. Oklo, the one that everybody's been screaming about as well. Where is their big money level over here? Boom. Actually, I should have put it back here. Correction. Let's bring this back to the breakout from there. 135.41. Okay, so still above, but not as much as the buying volume below. But you want to watch that 40, 145.33. You know what I didn't do? I forgot to put out the limits. Let's do that too. KWeb, that means China, that means Baba, that means JD. They are coming back. We are in gap zone. Are we going to gap fill to the top or are we going to gap fill to the bottom? We're able to put on JD as well. I like being in the island gap trading zone. Which way will she go? Whoopsies. Which way will she go? All right, let's put it over here. Oh, guess boss, what's up, my babes?
Can I have a piece of cake for breakfast?
Yes, you may, my lovey.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, love you. They're fun. All right. 135.38. That just means I'll be dealing with a hyper child later. It's okay. Day off. Okay. So I'm 513. The Trump administration has recently taken stakes in Intel and MP Materials, but they can't fund the budget for the government on Monday. Cool. So if they can't fund the government, what does that mean about their investment? It's hot air? Maybe? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Just my opinion. JD is not in. Let's go over here. The gap fill mode. Let's go to KWeb. Let's check and see. Wait, no. Let's go to FXI because I don't know all the number translations for the. Yeah, snapperdoodle. What's 9988? 9988. Go over here. 9988. Alibaba, okay. What was the other one? 0700. T-Cent, TCM, right? TME? What's T-Cent? Is it TME? TME? There we go. And T-Cent. There we go. We're going to add T-Cent on here. Gappy. RVT. U.S. government took a 10% stake in Intel, then NVIDIA invested $5 billion into Intel. You know, how much do you trust the government? Do you really trust your government? Yes or no question? Do you think that they are truthful? Do you think that the politicians are truthful? I don't know. I grew up in DC, so I'm a little jaded, right? I see that, in my opinion, it's a whole lot of hot air. A whole lot of hot air. Always. Always. To me, what goes in the news is created for creating. No, my love.
Where's the cake knife for pies and stuff?
My love, you can just use a regular one.
Okay.
that when you have on the news that somebody is supporting a company and creating a buying scenario, who are they trying to create the buyer for? Who is selling the stock? If it's so amazing, who is the person on the other side? What are the Jim Cramers? Jim Cramer. Why do they have an inverse Jim Cramer ETF? Right? Oh my goodness, government invested in this. Well, you're talking about the US government collapsing on Monday and you're saying this is an amazing trade. I'm just trying to play the opposite side of the coin, because when you have the news pushing something so much in your face like Bitcoin, and now it's way below the big money level, then why buy it when they continually like stuff it down your face? Like the COVID vaccines. Everybody take it. It's going to solve your problem. And those people that didn't take it can make you sick. If your vaccine was so good, how can other people make you sick? Like the logic there doesn't make sense. If Bitcoin is solving the world's problem, why hasn't it solved it yet? It's been around since 2016. Why hasn't it happened? You have to look at the why behind stuff, in my opinion. Do with it what you will, but this is my opinion. I'm sure you have your own opinion. I have my opinion. Let's respect each other's opinions, right? That's what I have to say about that. All right, back to and I appreciate a different point of view. I appreciate it, and I will discuss it, and it's nothing personal. It's what I've seen in the market for 25 years. And that's what it is. It's being aware of what I've seen in the market for the past 25 years. All right. Really more so in the past 9 years that it's become super, super apparent. Oh, sorry, playing with a little measuring tape. So that's my opinion on that. No big deal. I think we lost. I'm 513. Sorry, 513. I hope don't take it personally. It's just what I see. All right, so let me tweet out what we're covering. See who else is going to join us for the day, and we can talk about the crypto correction coming. Let's do it. Let's talk about the crypto correction that's going to be coming. In my opinion, again, I am no longer a licensed financial advisor. I was back in 2000. I had my Series 7. I worked at a brokerage house. I worked with 4 different brokers, and I was their assistant. I had my registration so I could take orders over the phone. Yes, I was working when we still had paper tickets. Oh my goodness. And I also then experienced the dot-com bubble implosion and left the trading world, went to culinary school in Europe, followed another passion. I love numbers, and so that's part of me being here, is that I love numbers. Do you love numbers? Who out there loves numbers? Paper ticker tape, yeah. Hey, wick trimmer, welcome. What do you normally trade, wick trimmer? Are you a shorter by trimming wicks? What, ME the ticker or me? Oh, you think in numbers. Got it. Thank you for the clarification there, Willie. Sometimes I need that. You gotta say more than just like yes, no, because I don't necessarily know what you're talking about. Yeah, I love all of the banter. Let's so much fun. right? Isn't it fun to have other people's perspectives? I think so. Right? All right, so Bitcoin. If you are new to the live stream, again, welcome. If you are a return viewer, welcome back. And right here, Bitcoin, what am I looking at? So I am looking at that largest position on the chart. That is going to be the big money. Why is it the big money? Because the person with the biggest wallet and the biggest account is able to control the market. So if we have that big money right here and the price goes up, they were buying. If we have that big money and the price goes down, they were selling, right? So I like the little emoji. So for Bitcoin, we have 2 quarters above us. We are going to be starting a new quarter October 1st. That's going to be next Wednesday. I will continue to have the July one on to see where we are in general. Amazing, Willie. Love it for you. I love it. So right now, I say we are in a crypto move down because we have 2 quarters above us. If we can break this 108,427, we're likely going to 106. Maybe we're going to come on down to the bottom of this trend line, down to the 200 exponential at 104,150. Qu'est-ce qui se passe, mon chéri?
Can I have a piece of cake?
Oui, my love.
Thank you.
You're welcome, babe. It's a day off from school, so they get spoiled a bit today. All right, so for my swing trading, I'm going to check out what's going on over here on the 24-hour chart. We've got the big money here. These are my support and resistance levels. Don't put these set in stone. We'll get into it shortly. Now, for the intraday trades, I'm checking out what's happening for today's trading day. When that market opens, 4 a.m. for stocks, for East Coast stocks. Why? Because that's where the biggest money is. That's where the U.S. stock market, NASDAQ, and New York Stock Exchange, they're the largest combined. So everybody trades them. Makes sense, right? Now, for crypto, Forex, commodities, and futures, basically all contracts, those are going to start the night before. So I am looking at the start of the trading day. Where is the big money on there? If you guys want to check out where to find that, you can head on over to my ebook, Trade Like a Billionaire. It's $11, and you can set it up on the... Now, Julie, no need to be sorry, right? You can set it up on your chart. I walk you through how to do that. That is at carpeprofit.com right there. I will take it and I will copy the link, boom, and put it in the chat. If you guys like it, it is there in the chat for you to check out. All right, so Bitcoin intraday point of control level right here, the red and yellow 109.053 and 72 cents. All right, there you go. Now that you understand it, we're going to get going a bit faster, and then go through all the stocks. If you have a stock or crypto that you would like me to check out, please put it in the chat. Wick trimmer, I'm not sure. I could try a pairing for Forex. I don't trade Forex. However, happy to look at it give it some perspective. So if you have a pairing that you trade in particular, let me know. We could add it on. All right. Ethereum has not changed. Ooh, the wind shut the door. Since the 1st of September, it looks like they sold at 42.9808. Why do I say selling? Because the price action is below. Right now on the daily, we are at 39.1303. Price action is above. As long as we stay above, it's buying, right? So you use that as your big money position. For XRP on the daily, the price has not changed. It is at 3.0102. On the intraday, big money is at $276.30. $2.7630. All right, let's go to XLM. Right over here, XLM, big money dropped down to 0.391732 on the 17th of September. Now, you can see that, well, when we get into it, I have the price action set up to change to red or green depending on where we are trading for today. Oh yeah, you got it. I'm 513. I'm going to do coin and MSTR for sure. If I have time, I will get into maybe IBIT, ETHU, XXRP, SOLT, and all that good stuff. So we'll check it out. No problem. I think that, and awesome. I'm glad you're not offended. We're just talking. Okay, so XLM intraday 0.35 4089. And if you have a question like your Bitcoin, if you put in for swing or day trading, it helps me give you the best perspective possible, right? Okay, so we can see that we are at a multiple point here. They've been moving their points of control around. And let's see, let's go back to July. Where is our July point of control? So our July point of control is above us at 0.23885. I'm going to put that here because that is the most recent one. 885. Now, I want to see where we are. Okay, so this looks like this is their April level, and I'm going to say January level too. January and April are right where we are. They've been dancing around and moving it around on Doge. So the July level, most recent, however, not biggest volume, is right here at 0.23885. I would say we have to stay below, be a bear, until we go above that. We do have 2 quarters below us. Now, if we go below this 0.222279, watch out, because then we have 3 quarters of selling above us. All right, on Doge over here, for the intraday, we're looking at 0.22703, correction. All right, let's look at Solana. So Solana, big money is at 203.56 over here. The quarter before is down at 151, so we are in between. Likely going to see a test maybe down to that 181 area for Solana, but they did drop below 2 days ago, right? So keep that in mind. They have taken it to new highs. They moved their position right here and boom, it is down below. Looks like kind of like a shoulder ahead. So if we had a test of the 215 zone and it sold off, would not surprise me at all. Right now on intraday, big money level is at 196.53. All right, let's bring it back to Bitcoin. Let's create those trade setups for day trades, right? I'm creating day trading soon, hopefully going to be on the Stock Trader Network and be doing some swing trade setups over there in the afternoons. So 109.600. 108.800 here. For Bitcoin, 109.600. All right, let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum, we're hitting the 90 simple over here on the daily. We need it to break up above 39. Let's do 39.55, right there where that 70% volume for the day is located. Or below over here, 3,900. All right, 3,900. We are outside of the 70% volume then, and likely going to have a bigger move. If you have not read Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, let me know. I will put it in the comments of the video. Whatever platform you're on, just let me know. I'll give you a free PDF copy. All right, 2.77, let's do 2.78 up here for XRP, or below 2.72. 2.72, 2.785. All right, let's go to XLM. XLM hitting the 161. It might retrace back up here to the 0.36 area and then roll over further and come back down for a test of the 0.304. It's in somewhat of a retracement mode. However, they did sell up here at 354,089. Let's go up above here. That's a good perspective, Willie. .565. Let's do that. 0.3565 for a potential long trade and 0.35 for a potential short trade. Ooh, zero. I always forget that. 0.35. Also, if you guys see me make a mistake, please let me know, because I don't want to be having something on my chart here, this zone, that people are confused with, right? All right. What do you think so far, Wick Trimmer? You going to join us every day? I hope so. It's fun to have people here with... Here's the other amazing thing. The best reason to have opposing opinions in trading is so that you might get a perspective of the reason why to protect your capital or reason why not to get in. Because if there's something else that somebody sees and says, hey, Jane, I see this, don't go into that. Or this news just came out. I don't really pay attention to the news. I pay attention to what's going on with the stock or the crypto. The price action and volume is what I really follow. News is an advertising medium, in my opinion. That it helps you to say, hey, okay, if I was in a short in Solana, I see that it goes above 203.56. I probably want to get out, right? Because then I know that the big money is there and they were buying. But if I didn't know that, I could get royally reamed, right? All right, let's go here, 193. All right, so Solana, potential short below 193 and potential long above 197.50. All right, I'm going to tweet that out. If you guys do not know my handle on Twitter, it's Airplane Jane is me. So I do unfortunately have a lot of scammers that like to use my face. I will never ask you for trading Bitcoin. I will never do that. So I have education tools that if you like, awesome, happy to help. And all right, so let's head on over to the stock section now. Aw, thanks, Wick Trimmer. Okay, let's go to NVIDIA. I like to check out to see what's going on. I'm going to also add, okay, so we want MSTR. I want to look at Apple as well. Let's just for fun look at Meta. Okay, so we've got NVIDIA over here hanging out. We've got this trend line we set up on the 45-minute chart. I like to do stocks on a 5-minute chart in the morning. We are testing that trend line. So let's put it, ooh, look at that. They sold at 178.71. Sorry. You know you're a stock dork when you get excited about where the big money is. Okay, Uncle Ted. We'll check it out. I'll check out PLTR. It had a nice run. You know, I like to go where the big money flow is as well. Oh, I agree, Wick Trimmer. I agree. And that could really happen. That could really happen to this weekend. 177.40, 179. I would watch the big money flow to see where is it in the last half an hour of the market. You know what? If you have a stock you would like me to put out where the big money level is, let me know. Put it in the chat. I will write it down. And by the way, I'm doing short volumes right now. If you're new to the live stream, I check out the short volumes on the advancing stocks so that I know if there's going to be a short squeeze at open, in my opinion. So if you have a stock that you would like me to say, hey, this is where the big money is going into the last half an hour of the day, I'm going to post it out. I will post it out on Twitter. I will make a little spreadsheet and I will post it out. I'll put it on my phone so I can do all the work on my phone, do a little list and post it out on my phone. CRNX looks like it's got a beautiful potential fill once we get above right over here. You know what, Willie? Do you not think that we are already in an information World War III? our bodies and our minds were not necessarily meant to have so much information thrown at us on a daily basis. If you lived locally, do you think it makes sense that we have all this information thrown at us on a daily basis? It's almost too much processing. It puts our body somewhat at a deficit because there's so much processing that our mind has to do. Do you guys see this shoulder, head, and potential shoulder? We always see, this is beautiful. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to take a picture. Do you see the pattern? So we see a pattern forming. They tend to have descending volume throughout the pattern. We have a shoulder level right here, roughly 431.50, we'll say it. And a head up here, 445. And if we go above, it's failed. However, if we stay below, it's pretty cool. We are able to have a nice potential short. Okay, looks like they sold up here 429.47. Sold. Why? Because the price action is below right now. Let's go below 424.88 or above 431. Let's do 431. Might get stalled at 431.50 based on other candles. That's why you have multiple time frame analysis. All right, let's go to Intel. Intel, the government pump stock. Pump and dumps, if you've ever studied Timothy Sykes' pump and dumps, this might be the next major. 38% was buying. Who was selling to that 38%? Or that was shorting? Other way around. Who is... I'm so curious about what the others are saying. You should read the comments out loud when you reply to them. I can only see the comments on Twitter. Ah, got it. Okay, so Wick Trimmer is talking about global economics is about to turn for the worst one. Willie Hayes saying World War III is the big unknown for stocks at the moment. There you go, Julie. Thank you for letting me know that you would like that. Happy to share all of the comments that I get. You know what? I'm going to have to see if I can figure out how to put the comments on the stream. I'm still a novice with all of the streaming stuff. So I will have to figure that out. That way it's better for you guys as well. Okay, so we broke out of a big money volume level over here. Are we going to gap fill back down to 2240 today on XPEV? We had 50-50 equal for buying and selling. We have a little wiki wick over here. So let's say above 2350, a potential move up to 2384. Or if we go below, we can see 2320 right there, but we got this. Let's do below 23. Perfect. 23 and 2350. All right. Willie says the dark pool makes it a dirty game. Hedges can crush stocks with fake shares. You know it. And using options and gamma, like with Roaring Kitty and the dumb money. Don't blame me for the title of the movie. It's called Dumb Money. Dumb money meaning these novice traders that got sucked in on Reddit to try to beat the market and try to crack Robinhood. What happened? They shut down Robinhood. What could they do to the Bitcoin network? Shut it down, like FTX. Just saying. Crypto digital files. Oh yeah. All right, open. Willie has a large position in open over here. So many tools for them to defraud us. Well, you know. I'm happy that my live stream is working today after the week that I had. Green screen 2 days ago on YouTube. All right, let's go below 884. They are smaller trades on open. Let's go below 870 over here. That's going to give us a bigger trade of 35 cents. So above 921 or below 870. Let's go to IonQ. Let's just check the short volume on IonQ because this one has been advancing so much, 42% short. All right. This kind of community is our only defense. For sure, Willie. Well, here's the thing. I'm not trying to fight them. I'm not trying to fight them at all. I'm just trying to help warn people and help people profit like them. So is it going to work if the entire market is doing the same thing? No. If all the retail traders were to do this, is it going to work? No. Because we can see what they're doing. But if you know what they're doing, you can profit with them, right? Yes, we know the market is 100% manipulated. Yes, we know it's skewed in the favor of the biggest guy with the wallet in the room. Guess what? That's politics. How did what's her name? Nancy Pelosi become a millionaire, right? With her menial salary. Okay, Oklo, potential short below 116.87 or above 121.50. All right. For some reason, it didn't show up here. Willie saying that is fighting the good fight. Well, instead of like being Robin Hood, taking from the rich and giving to the poor, I'm teaching you how to take their money at the same time. Wick Trimmer says legal/illegal feels like these limits get pushed and stretched on a daily frequency. Yeah, you know, and the market has its own energy too. You can tell when the market is there we go. All right, so we are in an island trading. We're in a gap zone. Are we in gap filling to the upside today or gap and crap mode? All right, 169.98, not 170 because we got that Camarilla right there. You know, it is a shame. It's really tough to wake up and know, hey, the stock market is manipulated. Hey, the world is manipulated. It's not an easy pill to swallow. Like, oh my goodness, everything, in my opinion, you can do your own research. If we were allowed to really have natural medicine as an option, as opposed to just pharmaceuticals, do you think that people would be able to really heal themselves? Instead of a Band-Aid fix of a chemical structure that has been derived from natural medicine because it was squashed in the past. That Mother Nature gives us what we need to heal. It's the modified foods and the parasites that really affect us. Hold on, let's see. Amazing, Willie. Willie grows all of his own. There's a book. I'm gonna have to, hold on. There's a book. It's, let me go to the National Archives. Yes, so does cayenne pepper. Going like this, if somebody's having a heart attack, stimulates the heart when you smack their arms. Actually, that just gave me like chills all over my body. All right, I'll find the, I really want this, I want this, I think that's the name of the book. Betty Ford. No, I gotta find it. I can find the book. I'll post it later. Oh, there it is. I found it. Never give up. Never give up. Okay, so here we go. Here is the book. I'm not really going to put it out there name-wise, but here it is. The Cure for All C's. It's called Parasites. Parasite cleansing. Do it. Do it. So lung cancer is not caused by smoking. Colon cancer is not caused by low roughage. Check out the book. Check out the book. Wick trimmer. Yes, I got my pilot's license in 1996. Crazy. Oh my gosh. 29 years ago. My flight instructor is one of my best friends. I was her first sign-off. And yeah. All right, let's put this over here. I'm going to pull this back. TSET does not have a lot of volume. However, this is likely going to trade similarly to KWeb. It is down at the moment. Big money is up here at 23.56. So let's say above 23.60. Well, you know when you have floaters in your eyes, Willie, you know what that is? You know what that is, right? Do you, I should rephrase that. Do you know what that is? Okay, 23.06 and 23.60. I totally got off topic. Let's get back to the indexes. Somebody had a question about another stock, crypto, and I did not touch on it. MicroStrategy. Let's go. Let's go check out Apple, MicroStrategy, and Coin. Coinbase, we are below the big money level, and MicroStrategy, we're below with none below us. So Apple over here. All right, let's go to the top to the top. Let's go 3 hour over here. All right, we had a breakout. Boom. It looks like a little bit of a megaphone there. Let's create another one over here. Go from the bottoms. So this is our megaphone that we have set up for Apple right now. This could come back and hit the 33 over here, 251. Test the gap mode down. Test the M for that technical analysis. If we go below, look for 246.30 over here. On the daily for a potential day trade as well. If you're an Apple trader, I would put up above 256.40. Watch, it might top out around 257. Look at that downward wedge, right? That's pretty nasty. Maybe it's going to come all the way down and test 236.87 with some stair stepping down. If we were looking at a head and shoulders, we could say this is a head, that's a shoulder. So we would also look for a test over here around the 240 zone. 253.80. All right, let's go to MicroStrategy. All right. All right, MicroStrategy well below over here. Big money's right here. We don't have any below us. No big money points of control. And we have this trend line here. This was a resistance trend line. You know what, I'm going to refresh this and bring it over here. So that gives us a top. I go to the top of the positive candles and I go to the bottom of the negative candles for the lower bounds. That's how I do it. All right, so big money level is at 300. I'd say up above 303.50. For day trade, whoever put MSTR in, are you looking for day or swing? And I put 299.50 here. Let's also check out Coin. Coin, big money is right here, and we have another one down below. So they had brought it down to 302.87, 303.50 area. So I'd watch if you are going short for a test of that zone for swing trading. If you are looking for a day trade, listen to me, it sounds so funny. Looking, not looking. 311. 311 for potential long. Big money is down below at 306 or below 305.40. All right. PLTR. Who is calling out PLTR, saying get in on it? Are you still here? Uncle Ted. Uncle Ted, are you still here? PLTR. All right, so PLTR, big money levels up here from earnings, came down. We've got 2 quarters below us, actually all quarters right now, and we are looking to test. Let's put on a little Nope, not over there, but I will correct that. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. All right, so to me, if we're not able to break and close above 181.50, this is testing a upward, pretty extreme run up trend test from the bottom. I know, Willie, I sold recently too. It's okay. It's okay. I sold down over here. Actually, I didn't sell down over there. I sold here, 168 zone. So, and I got in at the 30s. So I'm there with you. But I feel like there's a slowdown happening. We are having a lower high, right? We did set a higher low. However, we have set a lower high. So we are in a bit of a flaggy flag, right? See the high? Look at that. It looks like we are coming back down maybe to test the 157.50. If we go below 157.50, sayonara, hello. We're probably going to come back down to test the 138 zone from there. Like I said, I'm starting to see signals that the market is going to have a bit of a move down. Right now, over this weekend, fear is likely going to rise going into the end of the day. We are getting the red flags on the inverse indicators. Fear is in play this weekend, okay? So premiums for stocks and options are going to be higher automatically. You're going to be paying more for them. The Dow, we have not seen them move their big money positions. We'll be setting up a new point of control on Wednesday for the beginning of the quarter. Let's, for fun, just go to the beginning of September and see where that is. September 2nd. Okay, 461.63. So quarterly wise, we are, if we close below 461.63, they're likely going to take it lower into October. In my opinion, just my opinion, do with it what you will. I am human, I can be wrong, and I'm okay with that. Just don't stay on the wrong side of being wrong. Okay, let's check out big money point of control for the Russell for September. It's calculating. Maybe they don't want us to see that, and that's why it's taking a long time. Okay, that's at 239.26. SRT over here, let's see, big money's at 240.06. They brought it up to 240. Let's go above 240.63. Yeah, feels like a black, I don't know why I'm getting sentiments and feelings of a Black Friday. So I'm just starting to see signs. 238.60. I don't know when they're going to pull that trigger, but I feel like the trigger is going to get pulled. All right, let's go to the Qs. Let's see what September has for us for a big money point of control. You know what I could do? I could just put this up here. September 590.99. There we go. I'm going to come back over here and adjust these two. Okay. 239.26. Okay. And it's all good. Yeah. Let's do the Dow as well. Peak hurricane season is coming up. What do you think we should look at or avoid? Or is that already priced in for those sectors? You know, I am going to say that, here we go, let me put this over here. That will usually affect cruise ships, and very rarely will it affect like Disney, but could affect the airlines if they have to shut down. Yo, would you recommend trading with or without leverage? It depends on if you are understanding how to use it. Yo. For a brand new trader, it could get them into a lot of trouble. It could get them into a lot of trouble if they were Well, hold on. I want to get rid of whatever I just did there. Hold on, let me just delete that altogether and put this up here. Okay, so that's a big money level, in my opinion, to watch. 593.17 for the Qs. That's the biggest money level. Insurance companies feel hurricanes. Yeah, but they just also raise the premium, right? Oh my goodness, I've been talking much longer than normal today. I am sorry, folks. I did not mean to be speaking so long. Just having a good time. Big money is down at 592.91 right now. If we go below 592, that's going to give you 29 cents. 591.50 is probably going to be a stronger level. So let's do 591.50 or 595.50 here. Let's let them I've been talking a lot today. An hour. You guys had me. It's so much fun. I enjoy hanging with you. Let's go to September here. And where is that level? 660.01. All right, so for 660.01, if we close the week below 660, this is the last Friday of September. All right. Right now they have not moved anything else, but I think that we need to go above 660.01. So let's put up here 660.80 at that Camarilla. All right, and 659.40. Big money level 70% is right here at 659.73. They are below right now. All right, I hope you have an amazing trading day. Ooh la la, I've changed that. See, error. 659.40 and 660.80. Actually, correction, let's move it to 661. There's a guy that said you sound like an owl. Okay. Ooh. So funny. I fell right into that. That's a good one, Yo-Yo. That's a good clean joke. All right. I hope you all have an amazing trading day. A great wrap up to your September month. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. I will be on the Stock Traders Network on Monday at 10 a.m. So follow my Twitter for the location. I'll also talk about it on Monday morning. Respect your positions. Be aware of where that big money is. If we close below 660.01 on the SPY, if we close below 591.50 on the Qs, if we close below 239.26 on the Russell, and if we close below 461.63 on the Dow, I think we're going to be heading into a red week ahead and a red October. Thanks for joining me. Check out carpeprofit.com. If you like the ebook, it is in the chat already, so check out that link. And don't just have a good day.